Hi Virgo, and welcome to your October general sort of reading. Just give me a minute just to focus. You're my first reading of the day. So I pulled you a Lenormand and you got the garden. So the garden is about socialization. So not sure where you are in the world watching this. I understand we're all in different places, but this is about, it's almost the opposite of being in lockdown and isolation. This is about coming out, it's about enjoying other people and being in events where you're sharing yourself with other people. That's what the garden means. Okay, so very, very much the social butterfly. I'll find out more as I do the cards. Okay, so just give me a minute to focus. So please give me messages for the sign of Virgo for the month of October. I'm sort of asking my cards to be quite because people are in such different circumstances at the moment, and I'm really, really trying to have the messages quite straightforward. It's sort of working, sort of not, but let's just have a general overlay of the month ahead for you. So behind you is the Three of Swords, okay? The Three of Wands, okay? So 2 threes, sort of waiting on something, the Three of Wands, and with the Three of Swords, this tends to be heartache in the heart. It is a swords card, which means it's sometimes it represents going round and round an issue and not being able to stop. But it's also a set of belief systems, Virgo. Can you see those cards? It's a set of belief systems about your emotions, a set of belief systems around who you think you are. And the Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. So some of you might be waiting on something, some sort of contact. The Three of Wands could also be this feeling of turning your back on the fray a little bit. You know what, Virgo? There's only one purpose of the Three of Swords, and it's to remove the swords. It's very interesting. You're my fourth reading. If you go on my website, the link's underneath. There's under the blog, there's a video about releasing energetic ties from the past. And every single sign, I've had to point them to this blog because there seems to be a lot of letting go required. Let's carry on to see. So what you want is the Lover's card. So that's pretty straightforward, especially because you've got this ahead of you. So we're definitely dealing with a relationship dynamic. So every single person's got the same. We are in Libra season, remember? And when we're in a sun sign, we've all got a soul's purpose here. And when the sun's in a particular sign, it sort of shows us what part of our purpose we need to put our energies into. And because it's Libra, it's going to be matters to do with the heart, to do with connection, and to do with relationships. The gift is the Ten of Wands. It's the gift. The challenge is the Ten of Cups. That's an interesting gift here, because this is what's helping you get the Lover's card. Now the best way to, this is either another person or you're putting the past down, Virgo. Because the Ten of Wands almost is the Three of Swords. It's burdens that we've not transmuted yet. We've not processed yet. Yeah? And that's what karma is. So we just keep attracting the same dynamic. Let me carry on. Relationships, you have got the Nine of Cups. So there's, The Nine of Cups is quite a lovely card. It's about wish fulfillment. The 10, can you see the cards? Give me a minute. The 10 of Cups is the challenge. But the 9 is showing up, which is a really, really good card to show up, by the way. It's only one step away from the 10. But there's a strange little irony in that one. Can I just carry on? Money and work, you get the Queen of Pentacles. 7 of Cups at a soul level. This really seems to be like a relationship reading, Virgo. This is the same as everyone, okay? And you get the Chariot as the outcome, which is lovely. So that's sort of moving forward. Okay. You know, I'm not sure where to go with this reading, apart from the beginning. So, what you want is a Lover's card. And it's right under the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, okay? So this is very, very, very clearly some Virgos are feeling without connection, others a connection, but there's a distance in that connection. Some of you are dealing with a three-way situation, by the way. There is no doubt about it. Some people would argue that all the threes represent three people. So some of you are dealing with a three-way situation, okay? Definitely, because that 10 of Wands is the gift, is the end of feeling oppressed and feeling very, very burdened, okay? The 10 of Wands, this is the person that you're dealing with. This is someone who's not karmically free to enter into a relationship. There's no other way to read the 10 of Wands because they're carrying these 10 wands. They're at a completion cycle. And Virgo, see, regardless of how great the temptation is, and I know life happens, there's no judgment coming here, but you don't want to get in a relationship with someone who's carrying those 10 wands. I'm not for the life of me saying that no one is perfect in this world, and we're always going to meet people with issues. That's part of life. But you want these wands to be put down before you enter into a relationship, or those 10 wands will be yours. So rather than, you know, rather than having enough life energy to not only be in relationship, but to follow dreams, to follow passion, all your energy goes in helping sort out these 10 wands. So that's why it's the gift. Okay, so the gift is either going to be awareness. So you've got this awareness that, oh, this is just a little bit too heavy. Or it's your own energy. And this is about releasing the past, because if you think of the whole 2020, it's been one hell of a tough year for everyone. It's been the best way to handle 2020, and right up to December is to work on our own unresolved issues. That's what we're meant to be doing, okay? So the 10 of Wands is the gift, is putting down those goddamn 10 of Wands. So these could be anything. It could be guilt. It could be guilt, lack of self-worth. You know, these are very, very heavy burdens. Either you're carrying or the other person's carrying. So the challenge is the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is showing up in your relationships. So the 9 of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. It tends to be, you know, good news, cheer, feeling happy. But the 10 is the challenge. So it's a little bit of a... so for some of you, as this person, these wands are nearly put down. So you're feeling the 9 of Cups. You're feeling this energy of good cheer, wish fulfillment. But it's not happening yet. Yeah, I find when a 10 of Wands turns up in a reading, So the classic example is I've left a job I can't stand, but I've got a month's notice to work. That's sort of what the Ten of Wands is. The energy's still lingering. And even though you've got a lot of reasons for good cheer, the happy conclusion is still a little bit out of your grasp. Okay? And you know what else I'm hoping? The Ten of Wands is the ending of a very difficult cycle. So if any of you have felt a very difficult cycle around your emotions, and it looks like you have with these cards, it means it's coming to an end. You can help yourself by doing that meditation, Virgo. You really, really can. We're not helpless creatures. We have to become empowered. So doing the meditation, releasing the ties, releasing all the internalized messages, that is the work that we're here to do. So Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. So there's certainly some sort of good news here. But it definitely looks like a... It's almost like, you know, that darkness and light, yin and yang, shadow and sunlight. And if it helps, I would say that everyone's reading, even private readings, are pretty much similar. And actually, just let me carry on with the reading, then I might go back. So money and work, you get the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is, you know, there's a certain amount of stability there. Anything more with the Hierophant. So these are both the earth signs. Okay, Hierophant is Taurus. This is about stability, security. There's nothing challenging with these two cards showing up here. So the Hierophant is a sort of card that you want to have in your money card, because Taurus represents your essential needs, the ground under your feet. So there's the Queen of Pentacles, and by the looks of it, you seem to sort of have this ground under your feet, Virgo. I think this is more a relationship reading. Seven of Cups at soul level. So this is a little bit confusing, I have to say. The Seven of Cups is like Neptune. You know, Neptune is this very, very, very beautiful energy. It's Pisces and Neptune. Again, you're opposite. But it finds it really, really hard to see clear. Neptune can be like fog. And there's definitely a sense of fogginess around you. Now, what is that fogginess about, though? One card. What's the fogginess about? Okay, Five of Swords. It's still, there's definitely a little bit of tension in the air here. So the Five of Swords just can be words, it's sort of conversations, it's dynamics between people, which has left you a little bit confused here. And then the outcome is a Chariot. So the Chariot moves forward. It's a vehicle. The conscious and unconscious mind are moving in one direction. So it's like having a vehicle and saying go. So where's the Chariot about, though? I'm quite interested with where the Chariot is. Okay, the Ace of Wands, which is lovely. So the aces are all representing new beginnings. This is about innovation, new direction. Fire goes forward. It brings its wand. It goes forward to make things happen. It's a pioneer. This can be a bit passion. If you look at it's very, very clearly a symbol of a phallic, yeah. So it does represent sexuality, very, very passionate and move forward. This could be moving forward in so many different directions, though. Could be emotional, could be financial, could be relational. So what I'm going to try and do is find out what that The Ten of Wands is the gift. It's almost like there's some sort of, there's two things. Some Virgos are doing a really big cleaving out process. That's how you move forward. You cannot move forward carrying these 10 wands. So if you're looking going, now that's definitely my reading, I really feel this energy of relationships and some stuff that needs resolved, then these 10 wands are yours to put down. And it's always something to do with something that you did wrong, and you've got guilt, or they did wrong, and there's resentment. It's always about these old stories that we carry, that 10 of wands. And we put down one wand at a time. And it takes time. I've been working with that meditation that I posted for about 2 or 3 months, okay? I'm having to do it every day, removing anything from the past that's making my soul feel heavy. And by the looks of everyone's reading, everyone seems to be working on it. So why is the 10 of Wands the gift? I want to know. Because this could be dealing with someone who's just at a conclusion cycle. You've been waiting patiently, heartbreakingly, and they're just putting these 10 wands down. And that's what the 9 of Cups is. And that's the moving forward that you've been waiting for, okay? I need to find out why the 10 of Wands is... I'm always intrigued when a challenging card is the gift. Why is this? So it's with the 6 of Wands. So this is some sort of victory that's coming your way. And by the looks, it's something that you've been waiting for. It's something you've been really hoping is going to happen. Because it's with the 2 of Pentacles. It's about juggling options, trying to make a decision. All the 2s and Libra represent scales. They always represent 2 different... So you and other. There's always about choices and decisions that need to be made, okay? So clearly as the gift, either you've been dealing with someone who's weighing up their options, you've been weighing up your options. The 6 of Wands is someone, if you look at the light, look at the card, yeah? So he has risen above the shadow, yeah? The shadow is a lot of these cards. It's part of our life. It's why people do psychotherapy. It's why people do all the plant medicines. They're trying to bring the shadow into the light. So the shadow no longer controls our life. It's the unconscious, yeah? Everything we've buried. And the work that we've been asked to do at this time in the world is to make that stuff conscious. So we become free, 6 of Wands, to have victory, have the success that our soul has came here to experience. But we don't get that, Virgo, until we have done the clearing work in the subconscious mind. And it looks like that's what's going on. Now, I don't know if it's totally going on for you or it's going on for someone that you're dealing with, by the way. It could be both, yeah. Because the esoteric rule is if it's happening to someone that we are dealing with, then it's also happening to us, because we're all very interconnected. So, an example, if someone that I love has got a problem, I mean, I'm not talking about anyone, by the way. I don't go about picking up everyone's problems, you know, just for a laugh. I'm sorry. But if someone really close to me has got an issue, I will work with that issue on an internal level. Yeah. So I'll resolve whatever it is in me that's reflecting that issue. I'm very, very choosy, Virgo, honestly. It makes me laugh. There's some resolve happening in a relationship. I'll do one more money card. There's nothing. These are just really strange cards. It's almost like There's just a sense of solidity here. It might not be the most exciting thing in the world with these two cards, you know, but you have what you need. And there's a sense of, I don't know, it's a time to argue with that, Virgo, to tell you the truth. We're all works in process. And one day that we all want to live in a way where what we love to do becomes how we make a living. You know, we're all trying to evolve towards that. But this is a sense of safety and getting some sort of, your needs been fundamentally met. Okay. So really it's about, I'm going to have one card for these two because that's, what's those 2 3s about? I think this is definitely, yeah, the Devil card. Lovers turned back to front. So potential, you know, and I don't always class the Devil card that way, by the way. But it is the Lovers back to front, and you've got 2 3s here. Maybe some of you are feeling quite the Devil card can sometimes feel just it's a feeling of being blocked and stuck. But if that 10 of Wands is the gift, or the 6 of Wands, this is the process of becoming unstuck. Now do me a favour, Virgo. It's not the most perfect video on earth. It's the first one I've ever made, and it's because clients have asked me to make it. But I'm putting it on my website, not YouTube. It's called The Process for Removing Energetic Ties. And it helps you to resolve anything from the past. That's maybe someone or a situation that's still in our minds. Because that's where the 10 of Wands is the gift, because you're releasing it all, because we really, really want, look how light-hearted this 9 of Cups is, very heart-centered, very much about joy and openness, and yeah, and it's with the 10 of Pentacles, which is the same, look, the sense of openness. But we don't get it without doing some shadow work, Virgo. And the shadow work is this literally releasing work. So do me a favour and go and do it. The link's underneath. So much love, guys, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.